Texas, yes, personalize the opportunity and personalize the story immediately. The faster that you can personalize the story, the quicker that they are gonna understand the benefit and how they're involved. So I've got to be able to be quick with a story. You know, I talked a lot about the Texas freeze last time I was there. You know, I want to show them specific articles, you know, like the slick that I have going into the next few days is an actual veto from the governor of the state of Florida, you know, that legitimately states, you know, like that, like this is ridiculous with them raising rates and additional fees. So like people are starting to put one and one together. Like, if you don't want to do it, doesn't make a difference to me, but this is what's going on, you know, and that's kind of the demeanor that I take, you know, getting out to the field. So yeah, what's up, Michael? Appreciate your support, bro. What's up, Abby? You remember that conversation that I had with you? Seabass, you got a deal today. Of course you did. That a boy, kid. Let's go. But yeah, throw any comments, any questions. And yeah, I know a ton of roofers that started a solar company, man, and you know, it's a good because they tie into each other pretty good. How often are we uploading to Knockstar? We've got a lot of footage being uploaded right now, so you know, it takes a lot. We shoot it and we edit it, you know, then we break it down. So, you know, there's some new stuff coming. There's 30 Days to Pro. That's going to be a new section within the university. We've got 2 sales in Texas, and then a lot of content coming this week. So be on the lookout, but a lot of stuff coming up. There's 3 new trainers coming on. So we've got trainings from Kenny Crosby, talking about the continuous journey in door-to-door sales. We've got a training coming up from Mr. Sean Holmander with Rise down there in Tampa Bay, one of the top sales professionals in the industry. And then we got a sales training from Josh McCarthy, actually one of my good friends that I've been selling with since I've been about 19 years old. So we've got 3 separate new courses coming to the university. Good question, man. And yeah, be on the lookout because more YouTubes are dropping too. Really just a lot of the nitty gritties, the how-tos, and like really like breaking down the sale, and that's more stuff that we're coming. So anything that you guys want to see, if you guys want us to come out to your office, there's about 6 days available now. So in the month of June and the end of May, if you guys want us to come out to your office, come rip in the field with you and, record it, like get content. It's marketing for your company. Guys, a really good way to recruit is send them my YouTube. Say, hey, check out this YouTube. This is what we do, right? I'm good friends with Taylor, right? Use me as a crutch. Go for it, right? That's a really good way to recruit, because when people hear door-to-door sales, they get scared, right? And they're like, fear, like, oh, door-to-door. Like, check it out. Like, this is cool. This is a sport. We get paid like professional athletes. So, have that mentality, because, there's 3 ways you make money: selling, training, and recruiting in this business. What's up, Manny? Excited to come out and see you in California, bro. We got to get those dates locked in. But heading out to see Manny and the squad at Turbo Solar. They got a hell of a company over there in California. And yeah, we're going to rip some deals when I come out there, bro. Little away game out in California, so looking forward to that. Yeah, dude, congrats to Florida vetoing the shit out of the bill. That's my new slick. Thanks, man. Appreciate your support on the YouTube. I'd love to come to Austin. I never sold there, bro. Any door-to-door sales from zero, bro, is you just have to maintain an even keel, focus on input, go to the top people, and write out your presentation word for word. Like, I wrote out my presentation legitimately word for word when I started, and if you write it out word for word, you're going to have a lot more clarity, and you're going to understand the checkpoints in your presentation, and you're not going to just be talking all over the place. You're going to have a direction in the way that you present. So if LCC came back, yeah, dude, that's a money line, right? What would they say? They would never do that. And then you text them that video, and then they definitely don't cancel. So yeah, man, I tried to call him back. He didn't call me back. So give me a call tomorrow in a little bit, and we'll try to set up that California blitz for you, Mr. Lamborn. What's up, Paul? Hope you're doing well tonight, bro. Checking in. What's up, Alex? Yeah, so, start using a lot of power phrases too when you guys go out there. Like, people are starting to put one and one together. Like, they realize the utility companies just straight up nickel and diming them. Now, before all the companies come out to say, we want to sell you this or we want to sell you that, we're utilizing a few guys as reference points, or what we refer to as model homes. How many years have you even lived here? Great. So ever since they introduced the new technology, it's easier if I show you. If you notice, all the people that put up the little windmills or like the solar panels, these people did not win the lottery. They didn't take money out of their checking account, nor did they pivot from their stock portfolios. What they realized was they could take the money that they're already donating to the utility company and redirect it into a piggy bank and own their own electricity and own their power. So ultimately, we're just proposing the idea to use your roof as a power plant where you own your electricity and you actually redirect all the money from the utility company and start paying yourself. Now, the way it works is before we pick a home, we go over a series of 7 questions. They're called Can We Pay questions. But for me, all I do today is 2 simple things. One, I show you exactly where the panels would be laid out and exactly what your bill would have been last month if you would have already had solar. Now, do you know roughly what you guys spend a month on the power? Okay, cool. So this isn't a doorstep decision. I am only step 1 of the process. But if there's a small corner of a table, I just go through these questions and I'll kind of show you apples to apples. All I do is I put a line down the middle of a piece of paper and I kind of break it down to the ridiculous. But do you need me to take off my shoes? Right? And then you just assume the sale, right? A lot of you guys are asking like, hey, do I need to set an appointment or can I come back? It's like, dude, what the heck are they even talking to you for after 5 minutes if they already had solar and I tried to convince them to rip it off the roof and go back to the utility company? They would have told me to kick rocks in the first 20 seconds of me being there. So that's the way that I look at it. But you also have to understand, you cannot fake the conviction that I have in the product, the enthusiasm that I have in the deal, right? I can tell you all the lines. I can tell you all the ways to close and tell you all the ways to break preoccupation. But if you don't look somebody square in the eye and know that you can legitimately help them, and like I feel as if it would be ridiculous for them to throw away their money, right? They just don't know the information. Nobody's put a line down the middle of a piece of paper and showed them both situations. But if I do that, they're gonna have to justify a way to throw away money, right? And I definitely feel as if people hesitate to pay full price on things they don't need to. I definitely feel as if people want to be more economical on a bill they're never gonna cancel, right? So this is just me talking, right? But you have to understand, I take the same energy when I go to the door, because I believe in what I'm doing, right? And that's the most important part of sales. Somebody just asked me, hey, what do you do when you get at 0 in sales? Dude, you double down on what you believe in your product and your service, and you believe in yourself. And, the more that you believe in yourself, your product and your service, the more that's going to transfer and it's going to sink in, to the customer's mind, and they're going to start thinking things, and then they're going to start saying things. And then they're going to have an emotion from saying things, and they're going to start to feel a certain way. And after they feel a certain way, guess what happens? They judge you, your product, and your service, and then they make a decision, right? The judgment leads to a decision. Creating the decision is closing. So that's all I have to do, is I need to be able to just teleport my energy and my belief, because 1 or 2 things is going to happen. Number 1, they're going to transition me off of their doorstep, and they're going to transition me to the road. And they're going to say, have a nice day, God bless you, and they're going to shut their door. Or option 2 is I'm going to transition into the home, or I'm going to transition my product and service into their life, because I know I can help them, right? And the way that you do that is you be very clear with somebody, you have the right energy, you're repetitive, you believe, and you try to help people. That's it. I know that I'm going to go try to help people, and then I just talk to them like I would talk to any other normal human being, So, I guess that's kind of the things I wanted to talk about. Looks like we got 45 people on, so shout out to y'all, the families we serve. Yes, sir. Right? Yes, sir. So shout out to you guys hopping on. Wanted to rep a little bit for you guys. What questions do I ask people that already have solar when you make a video with them? I just say, hey, how long have you guys had it? You guys pretty happy with it? Great, I've been helping a ton of people out here. And what I'll do is I'll give you a $50 Pizza Hut gift card if I can take a quick video with you. And I just joke around with them. And I would say a Pizza Hut gift card just to joke around, and I get them to like me, and I say, hey, can I take a quick 20-second testimonial with you? And then I do it quick, and those videos are clutch. So what I do in these videos, when I find somebody that has solar, I knock on their door. I find out, obviously, if they still have a bill with the utility company. If they don't, then I just take out my phone and I get them to take a quick video. I'm like, hey, I'm here with Simon at 73 3rd Avenue, and he's had solar for 2.5 years. Now, Simon, did you win the lottery to get solar? No, so you paid how much money to get the solar initially when it all got set up? You paid nothing? Wait a second, that sounds too good to be true. So what did you end up paying? Did you end up paying less or more to have solar? And you're literally paid nothing. All right, you heard it here first, Simon's got solar. And then I have that video, and then when I go to the people that are like, no, I'm all set, or like, no, I'm good, no, I just don't want to do it, nah, thanks, man, I appreciate your time, but I'm good. I'm like, bro, like, I'm going to tell you it's good no matter what. It's easier if I show you. And then I pull out that video. I'm like, I'm a consumer myself, but I also work for the company. I'm going to tell you it's good no matter what. But if everything that I'm telling you is exactly the way that it is, no more and no less, do you feel as if being able to shift from a liability to an asset and owning all your electricity and no longer ever having to pay the utility company would be a good thing? Right? Because this isn't like pulling teeth. My job is super simple. All I really do is 2 things. I show you exactly where the panels would be laid out on the roof and what your bill would have been last month if you would have already had solar. But like I said, if I go through the process with you, you'll do it. It's just the hardest part of my job is timing. I'm just looking for the time when we both have it. Do you know if you're going to be home a little bit later? And maybe if I have to schedule it out, but I'm always trying to take the process as far as I possibly can. Right? If I can take the sales process as far as I possibly can, then I can, not just rely on 1 touch or 2 touch. I want to be able to build the emotion and take it as far as I can in whatever current situation and selling that I'm in. So the redirection program, yeah, bro, friggin' should have trademarked that stuff, bro. I see people dropping that on YouTube. They're dropping the redirection program. How to solidify the deal after the docs are signed? Yeah, dude, be upfront about everything. The one objection you need to overcome is trust. A couple things, you don't want to hide the loan. You want to be able to tell them, one of the top guys that we have down here in Florida, he did 28 deals in 30 days. And one thing that he says that's really good is, if it's a $65,000 loan, he apologizes and said, hey, first off, I want to apologize. I could only get you a $65,000 loan. I wish I could have got you a $150,000 loan, because if I could have got you the $150,000, you would have automatically gotten $150,000 in equity on top of being able to produce $150,000 worth of power. So it's like a win-win, because you get the added home value, but you're also getting rid of a bill that you would never cancel, right? So that's a really good way to be able, to say the upfront contracts. You don't want to hide the loan or whatever. But also, analogize stuff. I take that video at the end and I say, okay, Jack, I have one last question. I want you to be just very genuine. Whatever way you answer, just answer it the way that you feel. So hypothetically, if I snap my fingers and the panels were installed on the roof right now, and you were cooking breakfast and you heard the doorbell ring and you went to go check who it was, and you opened the door and it was Duke, and Duke said, hey, we want to rip off the panels, get rid of that $180 fixed payment that would never go up. We want to rip them off, put you into a $197 payment, and we could raise that rate at any time, and you would be at the mercy of us because we're the power company. What would you say? And then they answer that, and then I take that video and I send it to their cell phone, and then I tell them to like the message. And then I send them a thumbs up emoji and like it too. So, dude, they literally said that, and they liked their own message, right? You can analogize things a bunch of different ways. If I took 2 $100 bills and duct taped it to the table right now, and I told you the left one you had to give to the utility company as a tip, and you had to give it away, and the one on the right you could go on a shopping spree and you could keep whatever you bought, which would you choose? Would you tip the utility company, or would you go on a shopping spree? Because right now you're tipping the utility company every month instead of taking all that money and owning something. It's like paying a landlord. Judy was a little dramatic, but she called it her energy lord, right? So this isn't pulling teeth, but what you have to understand is the benefit of ownership. If I don't get you to understand ownership, you wouldn't do this if I could save you $200 a month. You wouldn't do it. But if I can get you to understand ownership, you would do this if it was an additional $200 a month, because $50 a week isn't going to take food off your table, especially if you could shift something you rented into something you own, right? So like, my job is super simple. Keep in mind, there's 3 specific approvals that we need. But before we get this process, like, if you're not excited about it, then we would never choose this home, right? So it's just having that conviction, knowing the fact that, you know, you're going to sell, and, you know, just fire, bro, you know, just, you know, you gotta have it. And, you know, we're in the profession of sales where sales is a Broadway show played by psychologists, right? That's a money line for you right there. Sales is a Broadway show played by psychologists. Hey, shout out to 45 of you guys. It's 1 a.m. on the East Coast. So who's on the East Coast listening to some sales training right now? Shout out to you guys. I'm driving Judy over here. Dude, I'm definitely going through the Sun Pass. Do you have any coins? Yeah, fuck it. We're going through the Sun Pass. $1. Bro, that was some fire, Bronny. That was some fire. Try to convince them. All right, I'm going to pay attention to this road real quick here. Just drive off the road on Pilot. Back in autopilot. Yeah, bro, why would they want to rent their home? Yeah, control. That's one of the greatest techniques in all of selling, is control. Once you start losing control, when you lose the command position, you start losing the sale every time, right? When you lose the command position, you lose the sale every single time. What's up, Christian? That's my boy right there. C. Duarte. Tampa checking in. Dallas Fort W. Where are you guys all checking in from? Big Booty Judy Moncada. She was the female drug dealer in Narcos. Jack, what's up, man? Ripping some F1 this week. Miami Heat. Dude, Miami Heat, Boston Celtics. Let's go. Yeah, F1 is going to be sick. Yeah, we got the crew here. We got the light. Hey, we upped the production. Watch the YouTube. We got 2 cameramen with us. We got the Mavic 3 Cine. We're going to be ripping some drone shots. Might have to rip a drone shot in a house while we're closing a sale. That would be pretty epic. You know, the drone flying into the house, out a window, right? Be pretty good stuff right there. So we've got 31 minutes to our destination. Where are we heading? Where are we heading? Where are we heading? To make some plays. That's where we're heading. Checking in from South Florida, Cape Coral, Florida. Checking in from... You want to see the snowboard edit with me and Josh? Yeah, that's going to be fun. So we've got some teams out in Oregon, and I haven't snowboarded since I was about 19 years old. But Josh, the young up-and-comer, the kid, the legend, might have to take me. We might go to Mount Hood. So anybody out there in Oregon, if you want to schedule a blitz, hit us up. I think we got one already scheduled, but I've never sold in Oregon, and create an edit, you know, like rip a deal, and then go out onto the mountain and go rip some snowboarding. So yeah, Josh is a pretty good snowboarder, but I'm pretty upset at him that Josh lost to Gavin in a Mount Southington competition. You let him beat you, Josh. He's smirking back there. Josh, what happened in that competition?
Dude, I don't know. I was just tired. I went hiking.
Josh, what's going down on this blitz? Let the people know, dog.
It's about to be fire, man. 2 camera guys.
So
4 days in our at our destination.
So what are they gonna expect? What kind of stuff are we gonna be shooting? We're gonna... What happens, Josh? What's the number 1 rule? What's the number 1 rule that I told you?
No snowboard video.
No, the number 1 video, what happens when we're in the field? When a customer gets mad.
Keep it rolling.
Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. So Josh is funny. We were in Vegas, and they were like, The lady's like, are you filming? He's like, no. He's like, I'm just 18 years old. It's my first day. So, you know, we'll keep it rolling. Hopefully we get some cool Cathys out there. We don't get that crazy guy that tried chasing us in the field. Maybe we should go knock on his door and be like, bro, check out this YouTube edit. You're famous, bro. You got 11,000 views chasing us around your neighborhood. So, yeah, buddy. Yeah, Josh is ready to get after it. Alex is ready to get after it. And it is almost 1 a.m. Eastern time. We are driving to our destination, or Judy's driving us, trying to pay attention. And yeah, just be crystal clear on what you guys want to accomplish. Tomorrow actually starts tonight, getting yourself into the mental zone and, you know, visualizing what you want. And then after you visualize what you want, the next step is starting to verbalize it, right? You know, Muhammad Ali said, like, you know, I'm a humble guy at home, but, you know, when I step into my arena, I'm not humble, because humble people don't, you know, typically get too far. And, you know, Brian Tracy said, timid salesmen have skinny kids. So start to visualize what you want and start to verbalize that. And that's how you're going to make your dreams or your desires, you know, into discipline, and that discipline into demonstration, that demonstration into documentation, and that documentation into duplication. And then when you duplicate, you're able to disappear and, you know, get yourself to that next level and, you know, whatever you want, you know, for your business or your career. So, yeah, cool talking to a lot of you guys. Appreciate you guys, you know, interacting here. It's always cool seeing the comments, the hearts, because, you know, at least I'm not talking to myself here. We got 31 people that popped in here. So, yeah, man, Mount Hood, we're going to go rip. And we'll see you guys on the scoreboard. We out.